cool.
All right, so if y'all tuning in, thank you. Appreciate you. Today we're gonna talk a little bit to Candace about her hair and say hi. That's nice, right? Muy bien, ¿y tú?
I don't know what you just said, but okay.
You asked me how I was doing.
Hello, beautiful. Is that what you said?
You asked me how I was doing. You said ¿Cómo está? I said muy bien.
I'm very good.
Yes, and
and you. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Muy bien, gracias.
We little bilingual.
A little bit. Un
poquito. Hablo poquito español.
This is a mess. Every time we get together.
I can't help it. All right. So today we're here to talk about the steam spa, the steam head spa. So a new service that I'm incorporating into my plethora of things that I do for healthy hair. And beginning this service, what we need to do is consult. I don't know many stylists. I was in a live the other day with another client, and somebody in the comments was like, "That," he was like, "You're a commodity," and I'm like, "What?" He was like, "I can't believe it. I don't know stylists who talk to their clients."
Wow. Oh yeah, no, I'm thinking about her.
He said, "That's
it's about what you want done, and that's it, pretty much."
Well, that was interesting to me because I feel like, how do I know? I am a professional. I get that. But I don't know what's best for you. You know what's best for you. Right. I have to understand because I don't like when the doctor try to tell me that shit. How the hell you going to tell me it don't hurt? You know what I mean? Or that I'm not feeling this. So I take that approach when it comes to hair. So that's what I'm going to do right now is I want to know, what types of things are you experiencing? Maybe you love your hair and you just want to get it spruced up. Maybe you're having struggles that you haven't talked about, or maybe, you asked me for a shampoo, blow dry, flat iron, but if you come in here and I just shampoo, blow dry, flat iron your hair, I'll do a great job at that. Mm-hmm. But how do I know if there's anything else that you need?
Right. And that is very true, because there's always like the possibility, like you don't find out a person has like psoriasis or they have something going on, and you may have to take certain precautionary measures before getting involved. So that's very true. I don't have any of those problems. Okay. But a lot of people do. Right. Like, but I specifically wanted this treatment.
Tell me.
Well, I mean, I specifically wanted this treatment for
You want me to turn your chair? Is that more convenient?
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. That's fine. There you go. I specifically wanted this treatment done just for the rejuvenation of the scalp. We just don't get a lot of treatment. Like a lot of girls do, like you said, they'll shampoo, condition you, flat iron, and you get a beautiful style. You walk away great. But it's not like a spa experience. This is going to be something that's a little more attentive to me, because we don't get that. You really don't. Even if you go to a masseuse, they're not going to touch your scalp. No, really. Don't. That's not really a treatment. And by that time you're sleeping. Yes, that's true. Yeah, so I love the thought of taking that extra step. Now, I have experienced some things in the past. I had alopecia maybe 2 times in my life. And I didn't really understand it or know what was going on. And it really, truly just blindsided me, kind of popped up out of nowhere.
Was it severe? Tell me more about the situation. Okay. So
I have, and it's funny because when it happened, it happened in the same 2 spots. So I don't know what that means. I'm not a stylist, so I'm not. Right. So it was literally just 2 spots in my head. One was the size of a quarter. It was about right here in my crown. And then one behind my left ear, about the size of a dime. Okay. And I didn't even realize I was flat ironing my hair. And I'm like, yo, it's kind of thin in this area. Right. And I like kind of had to go searching for it with another mirror, and I could see the spot. And then I got to the crown and noticed another one up here. So
and then you was like, wait, oh my God, is it anymore?
It's funny because once I discovered them, I started feeling something. Like I felt a tingle in those areas, like hypersensitive to the touch, all of that. And it was smooth like a baby's. It was to the root, which was weird because my hair is long. So it was like, whoa, like how did I not even notice this come out? Like, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing that I can say I experienced, and I experienced it twice. It was probably about 5 years in between the 2. Right. So the first time,
that's called androgenic alopecia.
Okay.
And it's like an onset. Sometimes stress can cause it. Diet can cause it. Lack of water can cause it.
I tried to do remember Keisha Cole had like the champagne and strawberries haircut. It was like blonde, and then it was red on the bottom.
Okay.
And one of the albums, I had my hair dyed. And this is, I used to perm my hair. When I lived in Virginia, I used to perm my hair.
That's all right. You know, everybody had a creamy crack once before.
Why? Like,
I don't know.
Stupid. But anyway.
Because you don't need it.
I think I did it too close together to dye in it because it did start shedding really bad. Like, to the point to where I had to have a barber, like, cut it off completely.
But shedding and damaging your hair as far as coloring damages your hair. Alopecia comes from the scalp. That's a pore disorder. Like something is happening to your follicle on the inside. And what we do to the outside, you know, we could go bald. We could call that alopecia too.
But is that,
they call that traumatic alopecia.
Maybe the stress of that is because you literally could run your hands through it like this and it
falls out.
A handful.
I mean, the experience could be stressful, but the location and the specific, it speaks to something else.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Anytime that especially like I said, it's an internal thing. If you were mentally distraught by that, it's like, say if you got your hair cut and you didn't want it that short, and then it made you depressed, but it's not necessarily the actual haircut. It was the depression afterwards. It was the fact that you know what I mean, maybe the trauma of the experience. And yes, that can cause traumatic alopecia. That can cause androgenic alopecia, where you can experience those spots somewhere in your scalp. It's anywhere. It's where your stress spots. A lot of times it's going to be in your temples, more up here. So you said behind the ear, which was interesting, and that is very familiar because the crown is a very common place. Is it? Okay. It's a very common place for that. Which I mean, alopecia there's so much research to be yet done on the disorder, and there's no cure for alopecia. So there are just preventative measures, and that is, again, like things like this treatment are what the beginning of preventative measures to help keep your pores clean, making sure your scalp is healthy. Because we don't think about taking care of our scalps. We only think about healthy hair. That's what we talk about. You know, I want healthy long hair. Healthy hair grows from a healthy scalp.
Got you.
So I like that part. What else? I think it's time for us to get this microscope out and actually just take a look.
That's what's about to freak me out a little bit because I have not washed my hair in a while, so don't judge me.
No judgment. I promise. I love you with all of it. I love it.
Check
Do you use bergamot?
No, I don't. Whatever.
All right, guys. Hold on one second. All right, guys. Oh my goodness. So now we're getting ready to take this microscope and we're going to do an analysis. This is hair analysis, okay? This happens during every consultation of the head spa. This gives us an opportunity to take a real life look, DNA perspective.
I'm just saying.
And so all I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, I'm going to part out the section. And I want to remember this section so that I can come back to it when we get finished with the service. And I'm just going to show Candace her scalp. Do you have any itchy areas? Anything?
At the current moment, all of it because it needs wash.
Yes, you see, you feel that? That's the beginning.
Yes. That's what I'm here for. Yes, I'm for it.
All right. So now you guys can get your attention to the microscope here. As you can see, it looks like something's on the screen, right? But that's not. That is a case they keep over it. Once I take that off, it'll get clearer, and we're going to show you your scalp. You ready?
Should I extend your lens?
Oh, snap! Oh, sorry.
Do it again.
Put the thing. Whoa! Oh, snap! I don't think you should do this for your client. I don't think they want to see that part. You just show that part yourself. Oh. It's like something out of a horror flick.
Oh, snap!
Oh my goodness. So listen. All right. So Queenie, I do need you to get a couple. I'm gonna.
I have already.
Okay, good.
I'm just gonna close my
Great.
eyes.
You didn't hear me yelling at you to sit still?
Do it.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's what it looks like. Oh my God. Okay, all right. But scientifically, okay. This is incredible.
Yes. So,
Lord.
as you can see, you have actually very healthy pores. Okay.
Do I?
You have a very, very healthy scalp.
I can see like two coming out of one.
Absolutely.
Sometimes.
Hair does not always grow out of one follicle.
Okay.
If that happens, that's very frequently. That's how we get spaces in between our hair. How do we have full heads of hair but still space in between it, right? That's okay. Right here you can see a little dryness. You can see a little buildup. That's not dryness. You can see a little buildup of gel around your scalp. You see that around your pores here?
I do, yep.
But all the way through, it's very, very healthy. So you're on the right path. We just going to work on strength and shine. Your hair grows on its own. It's beautiful on its own. And so that's what we're going to do next. It's time to start your spot, honey.
All right.
You okay?
I think I am. I made it. I survived.
Oh,
that is gross to me.
Yeah, it does. It is a very.
You like,
wait a minute.
I had this icky finger like.
Like, what the fuck, dude? No,
Yes,
that's not mine.
So now you said you wanted to remember this area.
I am.
But why? What was the?
Because I'm gonna come back.
Oh, after
we clean it, so that I can show all of the things after it comes off. And the one thing that I also want to add to showing is I want you to see it after it's dry and styled, because a lot of times a lot of the videos and the footage that's out there right now, I've been watching them do it, but they only show you what your scalp looks like after you're freshly washed and I've gotten all of the buildup up, and I want to show you what that looks like, what those clean pores look like, what all of, once we get that stuff out, the difference. But I also want you to see what your pores look like when your scalp is dry and clean. How about that? All right.
All right.
That's it.
You have a little more prepared, I guess.
Uh-huh.